Shalom and welcome to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. I'm so proud to be here representing you, the 300,000 members and associates of Hadassah, who, with representation in every single congressional district, have for decades influenced the policies of the United States government. Thank you for hosting us here.
Very good. Good to see you. Thank you.
Taking votes high.
We are. Yeah, exactly.
I want to thank you.
Thanks for coming all the way over. I know that you're in the middle of a lot.
See you. How are you?
Since I saw you in Jerusalem.
I say from capital to capital.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is a pleasure. You know I love Hadassah and everything that you do. Lifetime membership, so thank you.
That's wonderful. We've seen the changes in more women, certainly a woman Speaker of the House. I mean, is it a palpable change?
Absolutely. There has been a change in the face of Congress, and that should be reflected because as America changes, so should this institution.
When you're going to take a vote and you're running on your next platform, how much of an influence do we really have?
You know, people would be amazed if they knew their power, that individual's power, to lobby a member of Congress, to give us a call and to say especially, I am a member of Hadassah, an institution that carries a lot of weight and credibility and has relevance. And I believe this about sanctions against Iran, and I think this about the regime in Damascus. The power of an individual in American democracy cannot be overstated. And people should use that power by contacting us, writing to us, because we listen and we ignore that constituency at our own peril.
In the spring of 2008, Congress passed and the President signed into law the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act. Hadassah worked tirelessly for 13 years to advocate for the passage of this historic legislation.
I appreciate all that Hadassah has done for the Genetic Information Bill, Non-Discrimination Bill. And it is going to be, I think, really change the way that we practice medicine and the outcomes when people get into those clinical trials, that we're going to find the cure for Tay-Sachs and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and cancer and heart disease and all those dreaded diseases.
I've always said that I would go anywhere to fight any battle if Hadassah would go with me. It was invaluable. The people that they got to sign on as sponsors, the story that they told, and you know, it was only the generosity of Jewish women in the first place who let us find out about the BRCA1 gene. And that was a remarkable thing because they really put themselves out for that research, which led to so many wonderful new discoveries in genetics. And what I look forward most is to marry this to stem cell research, which we're going to get next year. And then people will get up out of wheelchairs, and then things will be so much more wonderful. We can give this to the world. And Hadassah, believe you me, has played an integral and serious part in this.
Now, I, as a Jewish woman, am one of the 12 cardinals, which means, imagine a Jewish cardinal. And the cardinals are the 12 chairs of the Appropriations Committee. And I currently chair the committee that funds all foreign aid. So everything that Israel gets comes from my committee. And if my mother ever thought, as a member of Young Israel of the Concourse, raising her children in the Bronx, that her daughter would be a cardinal, a chair of a committee that is doing such important work, she wouldn't believe it.
No. What can our grassroots, who do want to be involved and have been involved, what can they do with all the agenda issues that you raise? How can they be helpful?
Well, Hadassah members are passionate. They bring their passion, they come to Washington with their knowledge, and that's very important. The knowledge combined with passion really makes a difference. And Hadassah women are always in the front of so many issues. Now, we know that the passion is Israel, and the passion is Hadassah Hospital. But they're on the front line when it comes to the right to choose.
Yeah.
They understand how important family planning is. They understand how important education is, and of course, health care.
I hope this podcast, these interviews, has given you a small snapshot of the remarkable influence that you, the members of Hadassah, representing every congressional district in the United States, has had over the decades, and the role that you need to continue to play today and in the future. So I ask you, will you stay educated? Will you go out and vote? Will you bring your friends to vote? Will you talk to them about the issues of stem cell research, of pro-Israel lobbying, of issues that are important to us as American Jewish community leaders? And if you want to have a further discussion, ask me any questions, just remember, my door is always open. Let's keep talking.